We shall now move into Unit 2. We shall learn how the Japanese threat was responsible to pass the Quit India resolution. Mahatma Gandhi knew that the presence of Britain on the Indian soil was the main reason of Japanese advance towards India. He made it clear to the leaders that as much as Indians wanted to ward off the Japanese invasion on India, they also needed to outdo the British power from India, as the Indians could not fight a foreign power under slavery. The political leaders agreed to this and were convinced that it was high time the British transferred complete powers to India and left India for the good of Indians. With this sole objective in mind, the Indian leaders decided to launch the Quit India movement. I'm sure you would have understood the Japanese threat to India. So who became a bait? India became a bait in the hands of the Japanese. Now why did the Japanese wanted to invade India? Because we were ruled by the British and we were the colony of the British. So they did not have a personal grudge against the Indians, but against the British. So what was a Quit India resolution? You know what is the meaning of the word resolution, and when do you all make a resolution? At the beginning of the new year, you make a resolution. So what's going to be your resolution for this particular academic year with this particular pandemic situation around you? You have to make a resolution saying that the classes which are done online, I shall sit and listen to all the teachings done by the teachers and pay attention and score the highest mark in the board examination. Okay, students, so that's going to be your resolution. Now let's see what was the resolution made during 1942 when the Quit India resolution was passed. So on 14th July 1942, the nationalist leaders passed a resolution demanding complete independence from the British and embarked on a nationwide massive civil disobedience movement called the Quit India movement. So when was it done? 14 July 1942. So who gathered and who passed the resolution? The nationalist leader with the help of Gandhiji. They passed a resolution demanding what? Complete independence from the British. And this embarked a nationwide massive civil disobedience movement called as the Quit India movement. This movement also was called as Bharat Chodo Andolan or Do or Die movement, and Gandhiji proclaimed, "We shall either free India or die in the attempt." Or he said in Hindi. So what he would have said in Hindi? Karenga ya marenge. So I'm sure you all would have understood. The Quit India resolution was passed at Bombay session of the AICC. What does AICC stand for? All India Congress Committee by Mahatma Gandhiji on 8th August 1942. And this particular thing was organized in the August Kranti Maidan. Where was it organized? August Kranti Maidan. The movement started on 9th August 1942, and since then the day is observed as August Kranti Divas Day in order to respect all freedom fighters. The British immediately took suppressive actions to curb the movement. On the dawn of 9th August, even before the movement could be started, the leaders were arrested, even including Gandhiji. The Congress was banned and it was termed as illegal institution. So on the 9th August, even before the movement could start, all the political leaders, that is the Congress leaders, were arrested and The Congress was banned in all the places and it was termed as illegal institution. Funds were frozen. All the leaders were thrown into the fire. It looked as though they are all thrown into the prison. So once again the prison became a pilgrim place. The Quit India movement had reached huge and dynamic proportions. So what happened? The Quit India movement was a last mass movement, okay, and then it had reached a huge and a dynamic proportion. Now we shall see what was the impact of the Quit India movement. Now let us see the impact of the movement. The Indians were ready to sacrifice for the country. So they were ready to do anything for the freedom of India. Now let us learn the impact and the significance of the Quit India movement. The Indians were now ready to sacrifice their life for their country. They were ready to do anything for the freedom struggle. The British government was finding it increasingly difficult to suppress the Indian national movement. The Congress Socialistic Party got further reinforced as the leaders played an important role in the Quit India movement. Its leader, Jai Prakash Narayan, became a legendary figure. People from all over the country participated in large number and thus it became the largest mass movement during the Quit India movement 1942. Let's continue to learn the impact. It was evident that the British would no longer find it possible to rule India against their wishes. Though Quit India movement was short-lived, it demonstrated the depth of nationalistic feeling. After this movement ended, the nationalist movement was carried forward by a prominent leader, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and his Indian National Army. So let's take a quick recap of the impact, what we have learned. The Indians were not ready for anything for freedom. They were ready to sacrifice themselves. People from all over the country participated and thus it became a mass movement. The British government was finding it increasingly difficult to suppress the Indian national movement. The Congress Socialistic Party got further reinforced as the leaders played an important role in the Quit India movement. Its leader, Jai Prakash Narayan, became a legendary figure. So who became a legendary figure? Jai Prakash Narayan. So the people were ready to participate in large number and thus it was a large mass movement. And the Indians were ready to do anything for the freedom struggle. So they were ready to sacrifice their lives for the country. And what did the British find? They found it increasingly difficult to suppress the Indian national movement. So what did it demonstrate? It demonstrated the depth of the nationalistic feeling. After this, who carried on the national movement? It was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and his Indian National Army. I believe you will watch these videos again, understand and learn your lesson. Thank you. Here's an assignment for you all with regard to chapter 7. It is unit 1 and 2. The first is short questions. Why did the Congress ministries resign? The second one, when did the Muslim League celebrate the Day of Deliverance and why? The word day is repeated once again, Day of Deliverance. Who made a new offer and what was it called? Now over to the structured question. Through various national movements, Gandhiji mobilized public support to win freedom for India. In this context, answer the following. The first one, the name given to the uprising of 1942 explained the reasons for launching the mass uprising. Which uprising is it? Quit India movement. And what are the answers? Failure of Cripps mission and Japanese threat. The second one, what was the impact of this mass uprising on the national movement? Children, you have to do your assignments and keep it ready. Thank you.